Hello, my dreamers and believers. It's your girl, Latina Raven, and this show is called On the Way to Famous. On this show, we take the artists on a journey. We take them back to humble beginnings. We follow their story from dream to reality and all the struggles in between. So today, my guest is an R&B singer from Brooklyn. He has opened up and collaborated with artists such as Force MDs, Chris Brown, Neo, Lil Wayne, Boyz II Men, and Trey Songz. And his first single was That's the Way It's Got to Be, Body and Soul. And he has been wooing the ladies ever since with songs like Scream My Name and his cover of Maxwell's song, Woman's Worth. You've seen him on Ice and Coco. Please welcome to my show, Zieme. Hi, Zieme.
What's good? What it do, love?
What's up? What's up? So first, let's bring you back to when you was little and tell us what little Zieme was like.
Oh man, I was this little kid with the fade, with the big Steve Urkel glasses, cockeyed, shy. You know what I'm saying? And then,
That's a little hard to imagine.
right? Hey, it was definitely true. I had the lazy eye going one way, other way, had the big brown glasses, but I was still pretty popular. I was kind of a funny guy when I was little. So that's what kind of made up for that. But yeah, man, I would run around doing a whole bunch of different stuff, man. I used to thought I was gonna be a sports player. I wasn't even singing like that. I used to want to be a basketball, baseball, just watching all the movies, you know what I'm saying? Then Michael Jackson came into the picture. Once I got hooked on to Michael Jackson, it was over.
Oh, that's what I got
Oh,
to.
see?
Yeah.
That's hard. I like that. I
MJ.
like that. Yeah. MJ was definitely a big role in me starting my music, man, because I always loved to dance, and I loved his creativity because he made his music around like movie themes and different type of like creative, you know, just craziness. And I loved that as a kid. So Michael just had me, imitating a lot of his moves and his shows and stuff, and I took that onto my own. And then as I got a little older, I started getting into the Ushers and the Genuines and the Leahs, and you know, um, even TLCs and stuff like all those, those '90s and late '80s and early '90s and stuff like that. That's what kind of like, showed me where I wanted to put my foot in. And then as I got into the 2000s, that's when I started to really look into finding my voice, my style, and then I started working with my uncle Khalil of the Force MDs. And from there, we started doing, music from 2006. Just to jump forward, 2006 or 7, I started working on my first album. I was around like 17. And then 2008, Scream My Name was born. That's
So
the
wait,
first.
wait, wait, wait. You're getting ahead of me. You're getting ahead of me. So did you do like any talent shows or anything like that when you was younger? Like I know you said you wanted to play sports and stuff, but like when did you discover the love for music?
I, I definitely did a lot of shows. I did school shows. I was playing in plays like Pierre and BHA, multicultural stuff, doing different um, just doing different cultures with dancing and singing. I was always doing lead parts. You know, I've sung a lot of national anthems at schools and different games and stuff like that. Um, I was always in like after like school plays and concerts and stuff like that. And then as I got a little older, maybe like 13, 14, I started to do like my family. We used to do a lot of living room showcases, and we used to battle each other. So all my cousins, my sister, my mother, aunties, we used to have like these family showcases, and that's what kind of groomed us into getting out of our shyness and fear. You got to sing in front of everybody. You got to dance. You got to, So that was how my grow up was when it came to getting into music.
So they basically prepped you. They prepped you kind of like Michael's family in a way. They prepped
Yeah.
you.
Yeah, we had to know, playing trivias, who sang this, what line is this, who does this move. We had to practice harmony. Whoever messed up got to do push-ups or something, or you know what I mean. So it was fun just growing up. We had little things we would do to get into the music vibe, and that trained us really well for how we do today. So thank for Stevie D. Steve, you definitely played a big part in that.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, family, especially when you're trying to do anything, is probably like your biggest critics, right? Because
Yeah,
they're gonna tell you like it is. They're not gonna sugarcoat anything.
yeah.
So that's a pretty good way of coming up, because then you're
Mhm.
gonna get some real feedback. Now, when you were doing your plays and stuff, um, did you see that it might be something special for you? Like, did the ladies go crazy, like, oh, Zayn?
Um, I don't know. I was just playing around a lot. A lot of people kept telling me like, "Oh, you need to do this," and "Oh, you're pretty good with this." But when I'm young at that, I just wanted to just have fun, be funny.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't look at it like you know how I look at it today. But yeah, I mean, people definitely used to tell me you need to take serious, be more serious with this. You got talent. But I was just kind of like I was very goofy.
Mhm, mhm. I could tell, but it's good. It's good because as long as you can make somebody laugh, that's how you get their attention. So it's all good.
Yes.
Yeah, yeah. So then now moving forward a little bit, where were you the first time that you heard your first single? Tell us when you created it and where you was when you first heard it.
Mm, my first thing. Oh, okay. I was in the car. It was at night. DJ K Slade played my first song, The Hustle, but he said my damn name wrong. That was the only thing that messed it up. He was like, "New joint from Zieme." I was like, "Oh no!" But that was the first time I heard my record on the radio on DJ K Slade Nick's show. That's when Pat Poose was like coming out. He was real hot.
Yeah.
After that, we did the next big thing after that was 106 in Park. The day Little Kim and Christina Milian was there. I performed one of my records on Biggie Smalls Day. So that was a big deal for me too. That was a funny day too. There was a lot that happened that day. But yeah, that was my first time on live television performing my stuff.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So yeah.
So then Zimi, because now I can't let you live that one down. No, that was adorable actually. But tell us the feeling of hearing your song on the radio for the first time, even though
I was
he got it
hyped.
wrong.
Yeah, I was hyped. I was a little mad he got my name wrong, but I was still hyped. I was just like, yo, we was
It
blasting, had
sounds
all the windows
good.
down. Yeah, it sounds so good, so mastered, and you heard all the records come, you hear the record coming in after that, and before that, it was like, oh, like I was the shit.
I
Excuse my
know.
language.
I
But
hear you.
yeah,
No, I hear you. So, Biggie Smalls Day. I mean, you're from Brooklyn, right?
that's right. That's right.
That's right. Represent. And then you was in the presence of like Christina Milan and Little Kim and all these people. So how did you feel? Did you feel nervous around them? Or you was like, I'm gonna be where you at, so check me out. Like what was the feeling at that time?
Oh, the 106 in Park Day.
Yeah.
Oh man, let me tell you. Before I even got on stage, it was a problem because I got lost. Right before it was time for me to perform, I was in my car. My uncle was going. Everybody was there already, but me and my boys, and we got lost in the Bronx somewhere, going in the bridge and all that. And everybody was going crazy, like, "Where the hell is I? We go on in 5 minutes."
Oh
But I
my
made it. I made it, and the tension was like, "Boy, when you get off the stage, you got to hear it." You know what I'm saying? uh, when I got there, they was already calling me like B2K, and I had dancers with me and stuff. So it was like, I was like, you know what? Be prepared for all of the funny stuff for today. It's already a hectic day. So that
God.
kind of like had me in the mood of when I get off stage, I don't care who you are, whatever. I'm glad I did my part. You're gonna see me later. Christina, you look good. Kim, you look good. It was just like that was it. I was just trying to be in and out. And I got the damn wrong camera number wrong when it was like bring us into the next. It was.
See, but these are the stories that I love to tell, right? Because these are the trials and tribulations that you go through in order to get to where you want to be.
Yeah.
So I love these stories. That's why I do this show. So then now after that, what was the feedback?
Oh, they loved it, man. Man, that joint was so crazy. I've been people been putting my posters up and all over the Harlem and Brooklyn, and you know, I've been doing I've been getting a lot of other people calling me to do shows. So that's when I started working with more producers. I connected with the Hill Figures after that. We did a project. But it was just that brung my presence to New York at that time. And people from my school, people from my neighborhood, everybody was just so hyped. They thought I made it already.
So then it must have been hectic when you went to school, right? Because then they
Yeah.
were like, yeah, my man. And then people that weren't your friends are probably trying to be your friends at that time. The
Uh-huh.
girls, I know they loved you.
It was cool. Yeah, they
Nice.
loved it. It was cool. I had
Of
fun with it.
course. Of course. So tell us how you got to perform with some of the artists that you performed with.
Man, a lot of people in the, early in that time around 2008, I worked hard just getting, just putting out stuff. We didn't have all of the internet stuff the way we have today. MySpace had just came out that time. So we utilizing that for a minute, trying to do a lot of street promo. And that's when we started running into like, different artists and independent labels and stuff. And I think my first collab was Mims. This is why I'm hot, that guy.
Mm-hmm.
Um, that was the first collab I did. Then after that, it was maybe Lil B um, from Harlem, the chicken noodle soup.
Mm-hmm.
Did that collab. And then from there, the word was just going around, yo, who's this young dude, Brooklyn, and that's when I started catching the eyes of other guys with money and wanting me to do stuff with their artists. And then from there, that went on to the resume. And then now, working with my uncles behind the scenes, I done gained a lot of respect behind the scenes of what I've been doing with my stuff plus their shows. So that kind of gave me access to more bigger artists where I can do like production behind the scenes and stuff like that, to now performing with these guys on stage with my uncles, and all of them know me as the nephew now. So now I can go to these guys, Big Daddy Kane and Melly Mel and all these OGs, these rappers from Brooklyn, Bronx, all these guys, they know me now as the nephew that be killing on stage with the force, and he does these things back. We know him from back then. So that's where I kind of got the opportunity to really utilize the platform that I've been working on with my uncles to get the access to these artists I perform with.
Mm-hmm. That's
Mm-hmm.
amazing too. So now how did you end up working with Ice-T?
Ice T. So shout out to Mickey Benson, man. Mick Benzo, he managed Fat Joe, Big Pun, Ice T, Zulu Nation. When we was rocking, I was working with my cousins. We had formed a new group called 5L. This was right after my Sony meeting. I had a meeting with Sony Records. Um, they was looking for a group, and I formed the group with my cousins because the whole damn family sing. So we formed a group, did like a new Foursome D's vibe. We got this record from the A&R and Sony, Chad Elliott. We did the record. They loved it. The record got leaked. We got in trouble. We started working on the next project. Mick Benzo started working with the group. Mick Benzo brought us to New Jersey. Me and my cousin TC was working on the track. Ice T came through to check in. Mick introduced us. Ice loved the vibe. He didn't want to work with a group. At that time, the group started to fuzz away. I was still the last man standing within the team. Ice T. Then Mick Benzo brung he presented I was working on solo, and Ice was like he rocked with my vibe anyway, so he'd rather work with me, a solo guy. And so from there, me and Ice started building a relationship. And before we even got into music, we was just like really just building, like like an uncle nephew vibe, a big brother vibe. And then from there, we ain't started doing music till like 2-3 years later. you know. So it would just be us just going out to eat, go to his crib, do some family stuff, kids or whatever. Then we started working the music, and that's when he invited me to be on the show Ice Loves Coco. And then from there we had to really keep it going from there. Then he brought me back onto the new show they had, which was the talk show, the Ice and the second show they had.
Mm-hmm.
And then from there we had to kind of see what we could pick from there in that momentum. And then yeah, that's how I met Ice. If it wasn't for Mick Benzo bringing him to that session and telling him, yo, you need to work with Zieme, me and Ice would just be Twitter convoing, you know?
Yeah. Yeah, no, I love that story. I love that story. And so you did a cover of Maxwell's Woman's Worth. That song is iconic in itself, and you killed it. Tell us about that.
Thank you. I did that record. I mean, well, which one? I did that two times. And one I did a live YouTube cover. It was like 4 in the morning. I was gone. And that right there kind of sparked people like, yo, this dude's voice is different. So then I recorded again. I did another cover of Maxwell, which caught Maxwell's attention on Instagram. And then he hit me up. And he was like, yo, don't take my job, man. Like, what are you doing? You know, and that was dope, you know, from getting that response from him, and we going back and forth, people seeing how he's, you know, reacting towards it. So we was telling him to go check out the Women's Worth cover I did on YouTube, and he loved it. So then that's when me and Ice started going into the idea of remaking these classic records that he loves, and Women's Worth just happened to be one of those records. And so I actually cut that record along with all the other classic ones, and that's how Women's Worth came about. And a lot of people, you know, that didn't see the cover the first one,
Mm-hmm.
they hear it now. So now it's like when they put those two together, they're like, wow, it still sound right. So yeah, that's how that Women's Worth thing came. There was a lot of good things came out of that record.
So can I get you to do a little bit right now? Let everybody know. I gotta put you on the spot.
Break up, you can go. I'll stand outside. This woman's worth. This woman's worth. Oh, it's hard on a man.
See, we on camera, so I can't say nothing, but nah, it's all good. I'm loving it. I'm loving it. And so, how many albums do you actually have, like your music?
I have one album, like a full album that's a LP. That's my first album, Scream My Name. After that, it was more like singles and EPs, which is kind of what I'm doing in currently, just dropping singles and EPs. But I'm actually now working on a new album, so hopefully I can get that out before the year is out.
See, well, that was gonna be my next question. What's next for Zieme?
Yeah, I mean, lately I've been doing movies, background movies. I'm definitely trying to get more into the movie scene. I love acting. I have my own production label, so I've been like behind the scenes doing producing and writing, stuff like that. And like I said, working on my new album. I got another project with about 10 records that I just did with Donnie Lau, who's a platinum producer. He works with Lady Gaga, R. Kelly, B2. His track record is crazy. So just to have him on a project, shout out to Kev Crump who hooked that up, Kevin Crump. That's another project I have in the stash that's about to be released. Just did a Force MD's record that's being mixed up. And then now I'm just working on my solo project with a bunch of records I'm producing. I don't have any collabs yet, but I've been doing collaborations with other artists that's popping in different cities and stuff like that. So I'm just working, like just staying recording, working on my project, helping other people with my platform, however I can. My daughter actually is one of my first artists that I'm gonna be kind of like releasing. She's dope. So she's 12 years old. She got a beautiful voice. She dances. And so I've been just really kind of putting energy into trying to build a little EP for her. And while I'm doing my music at the same time and my acting stuff. So yeah, it's a lot going on.
So that is adorable. So do you think in the future there'll be like a little daddy daughter song?
Oh, we already did that. If y'all get a chance, go YouTube, go to check out 2020. This was right before the pandemic hit. We dropped the record, me, my daughter London, and my daughter Milan. And the record is dope, 2020. I'm so mad at it that, you know, we released it at the wrong time. Nobody knew that stuff was gonna happen, but it was a beautiful record. We're working on something fresh right now. So I just want her to stay focused in school. They doing real good in school right now. And when we have the time to really kind of just lock in, I'm gonna just really knock out as much as I can with her. And yeah.
Oh my God, that's so adorable. I'm definitely gonna check it out. And
Thank
then
you.
that way, I mean, I love like seeing daddy daughter stuff. And you guys, she can sing, you can sing. That's gonna be amazing. I can't wait to see.
Thank you. I'm actually working on something with my mother too. My mother, she's trying to work on her new EP too. So it's gonna be like a family EP type thing, you know.
Nice.
The barge and the Jacksons
That's
type.
3 generations right there representing.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
high. I'm feeling that. I'm totally feeling that.
Thank
So
you.
that now, can you, is there something that you can tell us that no one knows yet?
I think that cockeyed thing is something nobody really knew. nobody nobody knew that. And they can't even believe I used to be cross-eyed with big glasses and
Oh
shy.
my God, you would have happened to have a picture somewhere, right? Like I want to.
Oh man, if I did, I would not pull that shit out now. Honestly, you know, I gotta find me one. I gotta find a good one. My aunt actually posted one up without even saying nothing. It was one of the worst pictures I ever seen. I
Oh
can't
my
believe she did
God.
that.
See,
But yeah.
that makes you humble though. You know why? Because even though it may be embarrassing, but if you can laugh at yourself, that makes it that much more amazing. Like there's nothing that nobody could say to me. I'd be like, yep, I rocked that afro and that pink ass dress. I totally did, you know, and
Right.
you know, I
That's
mean,
what I'm telling my daughters. It's like, yo, everybody is different. Everybody bleed the same. You know,
mhm,
don't be scared to express yourself. Use your ears before your mouth, you know, and just, you know, speak your mind, but also know when to speak. You
mhm,
know, and it's just certain things that I've groomed on teaching myself on how to block shit that can emotionally bother me because I just don't like lingering things in my conscious and stuff like that. So I try to eliminate that shit right on the spot. And
mhm,
that's kind of just helped me, like, you know, be funny. I grew up with joke battles. You used to have to know how to joke. You
mhm.
used to have come back. You better be fast with it, you know. And so that's why I kind of like, I can just laugh at something if it's about me, you know. It's just like, okay,
Yeah,
I got your ass. I got something for you on this one, you
yeah.
know.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I mean, it was either that, it was the freestyle battling. It was because I'm from the Bronx, but I did grow up in Brooklyn and we used to play skellies and double dutch and like all that stuff. And there was always battles and cheers. Even the girls, when they were cheering, they were battling. So
Mhm.
I get it. I get it.
That
Oh,
rap battling too was dangerous. We used to go crazy back then, talking about
mhm,
craziness.
mhm,
You
mhm.
have to have tough skin to be a part of the walk, you know.
Yeah, I
So
definitely was it. That was I was a spectator. Yeah, 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 I got that. Yeah, I got that. But so now I know COVID affected everyone and stopped everyone on their tracks. So how has it been trying to catch up with all that lost time?
it was hard to go outside at that time. It was hard to really purchase things. It was hard to, you know, be in a loop with stuff because everything was shut out. Everything was bought out. You know, everybody stressed out. You know what I'm saying? So I took that time to really be on YouTube a lot. I took that time to read a lot of books. I took that time to teach myself and teach my family different things of survival and creativity. And and I think the pandemic helped in a way, you know. It helped a lot of people realize that you don't have a lot of time, but at the same time you have to utilize the time you have very wisely. And if you choose to just keep chasing the same thing, you know, you'll find yourself being stuck in a loop. versus being creatives and stepping away for pandemic made people step back for a minute and look at everything from a wide view and say, what am I doing with my life?
Mm-hmm.
Am I ready for war? Is my family good? You know what I mean? And that made a lot of new businesses come to life. A lot of new businesses was born because they had to realize, how would we make money if this shit happened again? You know
Yeah.
what I'm saying? So that, I think that's what I've been doing the most of the time. Man, I done dipped into real estate, crypto, all type of stuff. I was like, what in the hell? I was missing out, you
Mm-hmm.
know? But
Yeah,
yeah,
because we get caught up in our daily lives. We're busy, we're doing this, we're doing that. And we're so busy hustling that we never
yeah,
step back to see if we really want to do this. And then
yeah.
the pandemic did that for all of us. I love it.
Hmm.
I mean, of course it's sad, a lot of people that we lost during the pandemic.
Yeah,
But in a
definitely.
way, it was a blessing because people got to spend more time with their families that they wouldn't have otherwise done if the
Right.
pandemic hasn't happened. So I totally get it. Yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
yeah. So
absolutely.
yeah, so be for Brooklyn. Tell us something that if you're not from Brooklyn that people don't know. I mean, automatically people think Biggie because he put Brooklyn on the map. Not that he needed to. Brooklyn is awesome, but he put that on
Well,
the map.
let's not forget Maxwell's from Brooklyn too.
Mm-hmm. Nice.
Maxwell's from Brooklyn.
Yeah, yeah.
You know, talk about some R&B.
Yeah.
I tell you this, you better have patience and you better be aggressive.
Mm-hmm.
Because when you out here, whether you driving or walking, you're
Mm-hmm.
gonna get bumped, you're gonna get cursed out,
Mm-hmm.
you're gonna get G'd up for your cash when you waiting for your change. Cab drivers will piss you off. You might get stuck up on a train.
Yeah, yeah.
It's a lot of goofy shit in Brooklyn, but we have a beautiful city.
Mm-hmm.
We have a beautiful city. Why? Because even though they're gentrifying it right now, they're moving a lot of people out and bringing a lot of people in. There's more businesses opening up. Um, they changing the transportations. If you want to come to New York, come to Brooklyn because Brooklyn got a lot of sightseeing. Manhattan is cool, but it's too crowded. It's too, you know what I mean? You can't really move around in Manhattan unless you're walking. Better not drive.
That's for sure.
Better not drive in Manhattan. So New York, come to New York, go walk the Brooklyn Bridge, go check out the Barclays, go check out some of these nice cafes in Williamsburg. You know, just be safe.
Mm-hmm.
That's all I can say.
No, I mean the Brooklyn I grew up in is completely different than the Brooklyn that it is now. So I
Mm-hmm.
think, yeah, it
Yeah.
really is. It really is. But so now if a young kid is watching this video and they are trying to make it in the industry, what would be your message to them?
Education. Educate yourself on not just music, but the business. You know what I'm saying? Learn the business of music. You know, we have a lot of new sensational bedroom artists where everybody, that's why you have to watch Prince. Prince is one of the dudes that kind of been telling us, like, you don't need a label, you don't need this, you don't need a manager. He's absolutely, everything he was saying back then is showing now. You can make your own music in your house. You can distribute your own music online. You know, you can do your own artwork on your laptop. So if you are a hungry artist and you really want this, be prepared to do a lot of the work yourself.
Yeah.
A lot of y'all artists out there think, you know, a manager is supposed to put money in your pocket and a manager's supposed to be booking you shows here and there, this and this. And honestly, the manager worked for you. They waiting for you to let them know what you got for them to manage. So at the same time, all you artists out here that's coming up, you know, I see a lot of artists that's utilizing the platforms, the TikToks, Instagram. That's very good that you're doing that, but also just educate yourself on publishing, educate yourself on, your own distribution, educate yourself on percentages, you know what I'm saying, and educate yourself on branding because you have to know what your brand is. You know what I'm saying? And a lot of us, we just make music and we just freestyle and we want to show the fly shit, but you broke as hell when the cameras turn off and you're trying to find a way to make money. Nobody know who you are. You ain't got a real audience. So all you young artists out there, just please keep educating yourself. You're never too old to keep learning. You learn some shit every day.
Mm-hmm.
I'm saying, so learn as much as you can on branding your own self. Learn as much as you can about the music business. We can create all day. If you're talented and you got the skill to create, you can do that shit all day. But if you ain't got the brain set or the money flow and how these labels running it, you're just gonna be making music all day and giving all your rights away, and you ain't gonna see no benefit from it other than just feeling good. You got a song out there. That's it.
Yeah. Yeah, it is tough. It's definitely tough. Well,
Mm-hmm.
thank you. I appreciate your time. I'm glad
Okay.
that you came here. I'm excited for new music. So hopefully you're gonna be doing your thing and I'm definitely come support because I want to see you in person. And I want
I
to
want to
see
see you scratching. I
yeah,
want to see you
yeah.
scratching that. Yeah.
Yeah, definitely, definitely. The pandemic gave me enough time to, upgrade my stuff because I was still doing CDJs. I was
Oh,
still
wow.
doing
They don't know about that. That's classic shit right there.
yeah, they don't know about that. But that all this technical stuff, a girl gotta like wrap her head around it. It's a lot.
Mm-hmm. It
It's a
is.
lot. But it's all good and it's fun and I love it. Again, thank you for being on the show and for the rest of you. You never know who's gonna be on the show. So again, stay safe, stay humble, and as always, do it with me, Ziene. Do it with me. Stay
Stay fabulous.
fabulous.
Ah!
Thank you. Bye,
Thank you,
guys.
baby.